When you end up with your business and you're trying to do all these big projects, you're trying to make things happen, I'm taking a break right now. It got me in thought, and it got me thinking about when you need to have multiple sites going on. You're doing multiple sites like this one right here. We're doing the entire construction cleanup, the windows, pressure washing. We're moving the tint. We're doing all kinds of stuff here. But we have multiple other sites, and so you might be so slow for months at a time, And if you want to get into this big thing, you want to do big projects, you want to grow your business, you want to expand, you want to scale. Well, it's like chess. 1 month, you might be completely slow. You're doing absolutely nothing. You're just trying to scrape by. So you better make sure you have the funds to be able to get by. That means you need to make sure that you have some stuff in the bank. Other than that, though, a shift's gonna change. Something's gonna happen. Within a month or two, you're gonna get slammed with all this work at once because of the relationships you have, because of the sales you have, because of the pipeline you have built up. And if that happens and you only have a 4 or 5 man crew, but you need like 10 people, what do? How do you fix that? Well, it's like chess. You prioritize what's most important. What do you need to do for the day? What do you need to do tomorrow? What do you need to do right now in the moment? What site needs you the most right now? I'm being pulled in like 5 different directions. I'm back out in the field right now because that's what's happening. We're getting hit with all these sites. And normally I'm in the office, I focus on the sales and the marketing and trying to run the business. But sometimes it pulls you back in and you have to fix these things. You're the boss, right? Obviously you have foremans that can help and stuff, but you're the golden child. So at the end of the day, you have to be the one to go fix these problems. And so what do you do when you have 5 locations that call you in and say, hey, we want you to start this project on March 10th. We want you to start this project on March 15th, this one on March 20th. And they're all 1 month, 2 month projects, and they all need at least 2 or 3 people. And you only have 5 people that are already at current projects. Dude, you got to grow. You're forced to grow. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, John, it's great that I have new projects, but how do I fund the new people? And how do I, hire people on the fly like that? Well, you got to figure it out. You got to get resourceful. You got to make it happen. If I told you that $20,000 is across the street and all you got to do is walk across the street to go grab it, would you walk across the street or would you just stare at it and say, I'm tired, I don't know if I want to walk across the street? Pretty much it's the same as that in this situation. You have contracts that are already there. You have jobs that are already coming in, slamming in. Now it's the time to slow down, calm down, don't stress out, don't get overwhelmed, and figure out the solution. Don't focus on the problem so much. The problem is very clear. It's that you have 5 locations, you don't have enough guys, you don't have enough capital. Completely understand, that's the problem. It's very clear. But what if you switched it up? What if you focused on the solution rather than the problem? Try that. 90% of us, we focus on problems. As human beings, we want to focus on what is the big problem? What is the big picture? Well, it's 5 locations. I need a bunch of employees. I need capital. I need more equipment. I don't have this stuff. I got to pay rent. I got to pay my guys. We're focusing on all the negative things. And just like you, I'm human too. It happens to me as well. But every time that I go down that path, shit doesn't get done. Stuff gets delayed. I don't grow. I don't expand. My business does not move forward. I actually get stuck and I get anxiety and I get stressed out. And I'm just like, fuck, what do I do? And it's because I'm focusing on the bad so much. I'm just focusing on the problem. When really it's a good problem to have, right? Think about it. You have more business now. Your business is stretching, like when you bend down, you try to stretch the back of your leg and you can't stretch it because it just doesn't go any further. But what if you kept stretching it on a daily basis to where eventually you can bend down straight and you could stretch it out? It's the same thing with your business. Your business wants to expand. It wants to grow. It could feel the stretching happening. It wants to do it. But the only way that's gonna do it is if you allow it to do it. And the only way you're gonna do that is by focusing on the positive, the good stuff of it all. You're gonna have a bigger business. You're gonna make more money, okay? You're gonna have more abundance. You're gonna have more equipment. You're gonna have more people. Yeah, there's some growing pains, and yeah, there's some bullshit that you're gonna have to jump through. And yeah, your guys might even get paid late, okay? But those are all things that we have to do in order to get to the next level. And you need to communicate this clearly with your people. I can't tell you, it doesn't happen often, but when it does happen and I gotta pay my team late, I let them know. I just say straight up with them, hey man, I know things are normally good around here and you get a check every month at the first of the month, but this month it's gonna be late. It's gonna be late, man, and I'm sorry. But if you stick it out with me, I promise you, I'm gonna get you your money. I'm gonna fix this problem. I'm gonna expand our resources. You're gonna have more opportunity. And so you just gotta communicate that. Don't act like the tough guy. Don't act like you got it all figured out and everything's perfect and you got all the money in the world and you could just make things happen, because you probably don't. I mean, shit, I thought I could do anything too, but like sometimes shit gets hard, sometimes shit gets complicated, and you got to get real with it, and you got to stretch yourself out again and be honest, right? That's one way to get resourceful right there. You're growing, you're expanding, you are getting more projects. Well, how do you float that? Well, one way of doing it is not the best way, but you're already broke, you're already struggling. All of your guys understand that without their job, they won't even have a job. You're creating an opportunity for them. People ask me all the time, they say, how do I hire people? Like, what if I don't have any money to bring people on? It's like, well, dude, take the risk, bring the guy on. The guy didn't have a job to begin with. Work your ass off to back it up with action, so then you can actually pay that guy at the end of the month. And if you're a week late, you're 2 weeks late, explain that to him. Say, hey man, I'm a week late. I'm gonna be 2 weeks late, but I'm gonna get you paid. I promise you. That guy's better off getting paid by you eventually than sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. I know there's an abundance of jobs out there and he could probably find another opportunity, but does he really know how much you care about him and this business that you're trying to expand, you're trying to grow? Does he understand the opportunity that's in front of him if you guys can get through these stretching points, that he could potentially be a foreman, making his own schedule, running things, doing his own thing? Whereas if he goes to that other company where he's 9 to 5 and he gets a weekly check and, you know, it's just enough, he's never gonna have enough money. He's always gonna be just enough. He's always gonna be comfortable. He's gonna be tricked into thinking that that comfort is good, when really you have an opportunity. It's a risk and it sucks and it's hard, but you gotta get resourceful like this. This is just one way of getting resourceful. I want you to get resourceful. If you're gonna build a business, man, you're gonna do this, you know, you're gonna come out here, do these big projects, be ready to take it on. Do you think when I took on one of these projects, I had like, you know, $200,000 sitting in my pocket or in the bank, or I took out $100,000 loan or something? No, I did it with nothing. I did it with $0. I took it on, I gave it a shot, I got resourceful, I stretched the business, and I continue to do that. And so, Tony, man, stretch the business, okay? Get the business stretched out so you can expand, you can overcome, you can build your business, you can build your dreams in your life and have abundance. This is John Erikson, Overcomer Academy. I just want to hook you up with a quick little lesson on stretching, expanding, growing your business, and taking it to the next level, getting resourceful. There's gonna be more stuff like this to come soon. Check me out.